everybody, welcome to another episode of Things Vtubers Say. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know. And yes, of course, we have our co-host Lady. Lady, how you doing today?
Hello.
All right, if you guys can hear her, let us know. Or if you can't hear her, let us know. But yeah, it's the day. It's the day when, of course, we have the Marionette VTuber with us. It's Joel. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on?
That's me. Can you flip me? I'm seeing the crack on my right side of my face, and it's making me so bothered. I hate that. Oh god. Flip me. This isn't natural. This feels wrong.
Yeah. You think this would happen after stream?
Let me see here.
This is what happens when artists should see their art when they post on Twitter. Oh no.
Go ahead and do a little bit of the. There we go. Yeah, that's good.
No, did you do it?
Let's go.
Joel begs to be flipped by FalseEyeD.
Yeah.
Pardon.
Make me do a excuse me?
Flip 'em.
Huh?
Hello, my name is Porcelain Maid. Welcome to Things VTubers Say.
All right, so once again, guys, thanks for being here today. Yeah, slight delay, but as we found out yesterday from Spiffing Brit, actually delaying your stream helped. So it turns out whenever you actually delay your stream, it pushes out even further. So we should have just kept on edging them, Joel. We should have just kept on edging them for like an hour.
I'm okay with that. That's normally what I do to my chat. Except there's no release, so the edging is just infinite.
Everything over here on YouTube is like timed. Wow. There's always like a countdown. Unlike Twitch, you know, you just go whenever you want on Twitch. But over here, everything's like on a schedule. It's kind of crazy. It works out. We'll have the VOD out there for everybody. But hey, thanks for being here, everybody. If you like, feel free to give that a like down below, and that helps push out the stream. But the other thing is, yes, we do have it on sub-only mode. That's for bots. YouTube still has a problem with bots. So if you want to sub and then unsub later, totally understood. But thank you guys for the understanding. Anyways.
Should do a bot review stream. Geez. Go to all the bots' channels and see how they do.
Just open it up, turn off all our safeguards, and just let them go. That's a really good idea. I think it'd be fun. Yeah.
Could be quirky.
You'd be surprised the crap that
There's a lot of mail order wives.
You'd be surprised.
You know what? I'd be. There's a lot of mail order wives with VTubers too, so I'd be happy with it.
How you doing today? I know it's kind of early for you. Apologies for that, but
no worries. I've had the worst sleep of my life, but I speed ran getting up so I could talk.
Is that a thing for you? Because I was like, I go back and we try to pull some tweets and other things, and it's like you've been, like many of us, you've been struggling with sleep. Yeah.
Before my debut happened for my live 2D model, I was like on the ball, right? I was going to bed at like fucking 2 a.m., 3 a.m., which is really early for me. And I was waking up at like 12, and that was perfect. And then as my debut got closer, I had to work on my lore video and do a lot of extra artwork. So I stayed up till 7 a.m. It's been fucked ever since. I go to bed at like 7 a.m. nowadays. It's been like that for like a year.
Okay, so you're on the lady schedule.
Huh?
So.
Oh, you're the same? It explains a lot about you, I feel like.
Lady's schedule is basically the exact schedule you're on right now. If I'm just gonna out her,
you're
right
a freak.
now.
You're a degenerate. Go to bed. Learn how to sleep. You disgust me.
I get this for free? Oh my god!
Wait, no, she's excited about it. She's like Twitch chat. The only way to handle insults is just get excited.
Savage but true. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So, real quick, we have you here as a living doll. We'll get into that. Twitch partner. You've been Twitch partner for, damn, it's been...
Oh my god, dude.
3.5 years, I think, or something crazy.
I love having this useless badge that just verifies me, but there's no verification at all.
And
I worked so hard for that, too.
Well, it means at least transcoding's better. Like, transcoding on Twitch, man, they're cheap. They cheap out when you're an affiliate. You don't know if 1080p is going to be stable or not until you're partner. It's crazy.
That's true.
Over here on YouTube, dude, you can do higher bit rates. They don't care. They give it all. Like, it's totally different. But we also have you here as a Monster Girl artist.
Oh, no.
How's the art streams going?
Wow!
Are they doing okay?
I'm well known for my art streams. Me and my famous artistic ability. I really should take that out at some point. I started out as an art streamer before I was a VTuber, and that's when I drew all the monster girls, and I kept doing it into streaming with people. Like I did this thing called Waifu Wheel with a lot of my friends, like Juniper, Actius. We would take suggestions from the chat. Like, so someone in the chat would say fish, suit, maid, like lizard, and then we would put on a wheel, spin the wheel 3 times, and whatever it landed on is what we would have to make.
Nice.
And then I stopped doing that. And the reasoning is because arthritis and back problems and short lifespan, don't become an artist. It's not worth it. You're slowly dying.
Excuses.
Don't do it.
Everyone dies for their passion, Joel. Everyone does.
I don't want to die for my passion. It's not even fully my passion.
The suffering is a part of the art, man.
It was a hobby.
I was just doing it because I was horny. Yeah. So we had to point this out. I didn't even notice. Yeah. So, like everyone, every cool guest, Joel gave me a ton of options. For,
do you like that one?
For the PNG for the thumbnail, and this is a really good one. This is a really good one. But I didn't.
There's layers to that.
I didn't really look at it. And plenty of people pointed the biggest part out is the fingers. So there's a certain certain fingers here. I hadn't.
You know,
noticed.
many people don't realize that I'm
not?
using my middle fingers. Everyone thinks that I'm using my front fingers. Those are my middle fingers. I'm saying fuck you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
There's no way
That's
I'd
the
ever be
first thing-
shy.
That's the first thing I noticed when I saw that. When
You're
you
used to it
Discord
though. You
messaged
see
me.
that finger all the time.
Don't see it. I didn't see it. I legit didn't see it until it was pointed out. It's all good. Is there anything else? Or is that it for this one? Am I missing
False
something
has
else?
say-so eyes.
That's about it. No. Very say-so. Very clean.
Bull.
A good
False
young
say-so
man.
eyes.
But
Gentleman.
so this is your more. Is it fair to say we have your more classic look on screen right now?
Yeah, I guess this is technically classic now that I've had my first outfit.
Is this also from Dokuro, or is that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He made both of my new models. The 3D models were made by Seox.
And man, I really remember a lot of the 3Ds.
That was fan art too. I didn't even pay for that.
That was like, did it just drop on you, or was
yeah?
it,
I originally had a Vroid model that I was using back in 2017, and then they just came into the stream and they were like, "Hey, I made you fan art," and then they sent me a whole ass model, and that was my model for like forever.
Wow.
So many outfit updates too. There was like 17 outfits on that one.
Holy.
Whoa.
Vroid was easier to update.
So did you just find them? Did they find you? As far as
They found me.
Okay.
Doku actually used to be somebody in my chat who would hang around, and they were in the art community. So that's how I met a lot of different artists.
Nice.
Originally, they weren't actually going to be my model artist. I'm not going to say the original model artist because they kind of fucked up a little bit.
Yeah.
But my first model artist was someone completely different, and the model looked way not worse, but stylistically not correct on what I would be like. Like, this is perfect for me, but the other one looked more like a living doll. Like, it was way less expressionful. It was like more cutesy looking. It did not fit at all. This one is more of a fit for me. And originally I was like, I'm fucked. They haven't responded to me in like 7 months. Nothing's going well. This debut's never happening. And then another friend of mine named Andy Face, another artist in the art community, was like, why don't you use Dokuro? And then I think Diariku and Uniho vouched for him. And I was like, okay, bet. I know Doku. And it turned out to be a great decision because his art's amazing.
This is a more common story than you would think, folks. I mean, it's even true for us, actually, because, I mean, not only, I had my robot model, but that's totally different. Even for the current Android models that you see here, we actually had a different artist ahead of time. It was cool. It was very cyberpunk, but it just wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't very, this is stupid to say, it wasn't very VTuber, I guess is the thing. Like, I mean,
that's fair.
Yeah, I guess you could say anime or anything like that, but it was still like, it just felt like it needed another pass, and we got really, really lucky. And we went to Eonic, and it was like, hey, would you be willing to look and take this style and make it your own? And they were like, if I can do what I want, we're good. And they did, and I had like no changes. I had 0 changes to go with it. So, yeah, it's just a super common thing where it's like you think you're there, but you just want to go that one extra step.
It's super unfortunate with artists in general nowadays too, because communication is so rare. A lot of artists are just really bad at communicating, and it can lead to a lot of things like this happening. And it's just like, why does nobody respond back? I just want to whip. But I mean, it's both sides. Everyone's got artists have problems, and the commissioners have problems.
That's why I'm like clinging on to dear life to our character illustrator and our modeler, because they can actually just take any feedback. It's like, and they work with it. It's like, it's nothing drastic, but it's just like even the small things I'm just really crazy thankful they'll listen to me on. So I don't know. It feels lucky that way. But
I'm slowly killing my mom artist, Okro. He's slowly... I need him for so many things that he can't take commissions from other people at this point. I feel like I'm guard dogging him. Like nobody's allowed to commission my mom because I need him to do 40 different things for me.
So that's that side of it. But then we have Brian. And oh man,
my dad who left to get milk because you rarely talk to Brian. He's too busy.
He is. I mean, yeah, crazy, stupid busy. Brian Choi, I actually put him up in the top 2 riggers in the world. Potentially them.
Who's your first?
It depends. Sometimes it.
Say it. Who do you think is better than my dad?
Well,
I think my dad can beat everyone up, huh?
So
who do you think's better?
Sometimes I look at what 2Win is doing, and I'm like, I don't know. Twin, 2Win Tails. It's like I don't know. Sometimes
you can't put Brian against Twin. Twin also does the art. That's a different category. That's artist and rigger. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah. But anyways, that's hats off. But was that hard to line up to get Brian, or was that?
Well, I knew Brian as a friend before that because he would come in sometimes, and I met him from a different Discord server.
Very nice.
So you're not supposed to do this. No one is allowed to do this, by the way. You can't do this. This doesn't work. I just DM'd Brian and I was like, Brian, would you want to rig my model? And he was like, yeah, sure. But you can't do that. Don't do that. That's not allowed. There was a lot of other things that happened that were problems because I did that. But it worked out for me. You don't just ask people to rig your model. That's not how that works.
Screw everyone else. Yeah, no. Very important work. Very important work for this man. Crazy high profile job. So love it. And so that's the basis here. But I want to go back a little bit more. I hear you know Rose Doodle.
Rose is the one who introduced me to VTubing.
And
she's just as old as me when it comes to VTubing.
Because let's see here. What do we have here? Okay. Back in 2018, we didn't actually use the word VTuber yet. I called it anime girl-itis, like it was a disease.
I actually fucked that up because it should be 2017 too.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have Numi saying, okay, Hag, because, of course, thanks, Nooms.
I want to choke Numi. I want to grab her by her fucking collar, and I want to throw her against a wall. But not in a sexual way. In a, I'm going to throw her through the wall kind of way.
It's free?
Yeah, again, she would still be into it.
No, lady, that's not... Stop. Stop romanticizing it. It's assault.
She's the bottom of bottoms. She's not going to, not like it. So, I don't know, man. You're just playing into her plan here.
I know.
Yep.
She's just
I
baiting
should break
you.
her bionicles instead.
Yes. Okay, then we had Bree, another fantastic artist rigger. Wait, never thought about that. How the fuck did you think of being a VTuber? That's insane. Yeah, what was... because you said here, Rose Doodles told me about it back when we were artists, but when I was using my model, I just thought it was a fun mascot like those anime YouTubers.
Well... When I thought of it, right, when I thought of the whole category there, it was all artists that were using it. And it was Vroid models, and we used VDraw, which is before Luppet, which is what most 3D model users will use nowadays, or used to use. But it was way before that, and we had to make our own models, and they look completely different. Like Rose was this yellow honeybee girl, and I was basically... I have a picture, actually. I can probably show you. While I'm talking, I'll look through it. But it was the worst thing in the world. I think it was actually just weird because the idea of VTubers was like, oh, I says that, right? We can't that's not our thing. That's them. That like we can't just say the word VTuber. It's not like it's a culture. It's that their thing. And I'm not a YouTuber. I'm on Twitch. So we would make up words like anime girlitis, like I was born with a rare disease that turned me into an anime girl from birth, or some stupid shit like that. Yeah. Okay, I will say we are guilty of this, but me and Rose also kind of gatekeeped a little bit. I don't wanna say it, but whenever people came into the chat to ask us about the models, we were like, I don't know what you're talking about. What model? This is just what I look like. Because we knew, I think at the time, I was like, this is probably going to blow up in the future. But I never thought about it blowing up like it did. I thought it was just going to become more like a smaller thing, like with artists doing OC trends.
No. I don't know. Like, so I came in like mid 2019 and started like late 2019 myself. Like, and that was when VTuber was a thing. Everyone at that point called themselves a VTuber that was doing it, but it was still like a rare thing in the West. So I'll be honest, I didn't really see a VTuber community or scene until like 2020, like a real one. The
first VTuber I met was, besides Rose and other artists, was Zentreya, because before that, it was me, it was Rose Doodle, it was my friend, my friend Mystic Swordsman, and I think it was Yamachika for a bit, or just Chica now. And that completely changed. Like then it got everywhere, and the whole VTubing community grew without me. I had no idea there was a community because I was by myself. Rose was doing VR chat stuff at the time, and then I got this raid from somebody called Zentreya with like 200 viewers, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Holy.
They're a partner, and I was like, they're a partner? I'm not even partner yet, because this was back when I had like I think 75 viewers, maybe like 60ish. It wasn't a lot. Okay, that's a lot to some people. It's subjective. Anyways, the point is, I was like, wait, you're a VTuber? You do what I do. You're the same as me. I had no idea. That was crazy to me thinking about that. Also, yeah, I found a picture of the old model, but I found a screenshot of it.
Are we saying like Zen was one of your first raids, or like? Or
first VTuber raids, I guess.
First VTuber raid. Gotcha.
I had no idea.
Okay, Joel, do you want me to share this, or
you can share it? Yeah, go for it.
Let's pull this up here.
There is like a music background behind it, but that's VDraw, and that was the old model. As you can tell, that was my first model. That wasn't even my 3D model. That was fan arted. That was my first model. I'm in the way of it. Let me move to the side. Lady, scooch over.
No, just cover lady up.
No, yeah. Stop saying free. Stop.
I mean,
real estate on my side.
It's true. There's a huge difference, but I'm actually surprised how close this still is. Actually, like conceptually.
Well, that was my attempt at drawing textures. This is before I was in. No, I was actually in college for 3D modeling here, and this is my idea of doing texture art. As you can see, I was trying to do bags under my eyes, but it looked a little too fleshy. And then the fucking the marionette mouth, it didn't work out. It wasn't the best. And then you had the new 3D model, and then I had my 2-day debut, and then I had the Nun model too. And then we're gonna have a lot more stuff in the future.
Wow.
Real quick here, thank you very much, C Plus Hero, for the 10. Saying hi, Joel. So cool to see you on TBS. I'm not gonna get this question. So this is a question I've been wondering since you will be False's guest. How did you pass through the guards for Monarch's certain stream?
Oh, I went to her stream. What do you think? I broke into her house? No. I went into her stream, and then she started role-playing me and her making out. It was clearly a delusion on her part. I don't know why everyone's saying that it was me being copious.
Thank you very much, Common, for the 2. Looks like an elderly lady asleep. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
No.
Well, harsh, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. Listen, I got better at art. I would never do 3D models, but I got better.
No, again, like I'm just usually I see like huge drastic leaps, but the concept is still strong in here. That's actually really impressive.
Well, yeah, because the original, I did this this was an OC a long time ago, and my ideas was, if I'm afraid of something, how do I get rid of that fear? So my first idea was, why don't you fuck it? So I would take things that I was scared of, and then I would draw it as a really hot anime character, and I would be like, fuck your fears. So I made a scary doll, and that was the reference for all of this, and I still have that picture. It was the first picture I ever drew of this.
So are you going to draw A bad sleep schedule next? Is that going to be your...
That fear will never happen because I'm not afraid of it. I'm just doing it because I'm an idiot. That's more of me being stupid rather than me being afraid.
So I think it's safe to say primarily you are a Twitch streamer, right? Like probably above all. Okay, yeah. So
that's my main job.
And we have a lot of cool things here. I think these are still good. So we still have the Surfshark VPN. From going on. It's still here. Yeah, all right, everybody. It's gamer made. This is still legit.
That was 1 month, and they were like, afterwards they were like, yeah. So this didn't really work out. I think we're good. Here's like a minuscule amount of money. Never talk to us ever again.
83% off, everyone. Surfshark. Your best VPN
Did
source.
I actually forget to get rid of that? Oh my god, the free advertisement these guys are getting.
I never look at my panels and it's a problem.
Oh my god, it's because Twitch did this rearrange thing where once you go to a channel, you're not going to the actual like about section or the channel part. You're at home, which is this weird amalgamation of VODs and a stupid teaser trailer that nobody uses. I don't know why they still have that.
Right.
But oh my god, I hate that.
How about the gamer subs? Is that still good? Are we still good on the gamer subs? Okay.
I love gamer subs. I think every Twitch streamer either has advanced GG and gamer subs nowadays, and I think they're both amazing.
So again, that is code GamerMade. You can save 10% off any gamer subs order.
Wait, hold on. I got this. Wait. Gamer Subs, the leader in gaming energy and nutrition. Did you know Gamer Subs is keto friendly, 0 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and no added fillers, which means it's all natural caffeine to keep you boosted throughout the day without that nasty feeling of a crash afterwards like you get from normal caffeine. Use code GameRate to get 10% off your order today. I highly recommend Peach Tea by Shibuya Kaho.
Beautiful. Oh, Kaho has one.
We actually timed how fast I can do my my raid notification. I don't know if you know what that is, but whenever I get raided, I do a whole notification of like welcome in, and we timed it. And I could do, I think it was a paragraph in 21 seconds. I can talk really fast sometimes if I know everything I'm saying.
So has that been like? Have you always been like this presentationally upfront, like, or is that just a thing that's happened over time?
Happened over time because I started making content when I was 10 on YouTube. I was doing Halo videos. Unfortunately, I did like Halo Forge videos and then Halo gameplay commentaries because I thought that was cool. But I started that when I was really young, and I would do a lot of commentaries and I would talk and I would try different things. And after a few years, I think towards 2015, I was like, all right, well, this isn't gonna work out. I've been on YouTube for like 5 years now, since 2010, and there's no community, nobody's talking. So I was like, fuck it, let's go over to Twitch. And I made my Twitch account January 1st, 2016 as a New Year's resolution, and I was doing it ever since as my New Year's resolution, which is pretty fucking cool to me. I like bragging about that because I'm like, look at the pretty numbers. Look at how nice everything lines up. Oh my God. And it was pretty fucking dope. But yeah, after years of just talking on the internet, I feel like everyone's voice naturally comes this way. Or at least if you're doing commentaries like I did. And maybe that's why everyone keeps saying that I sound like Markiplier when I don't.
And like the thing is like people think like that's Jowol all the time, 100%, all day long.
I know.
Stream ends. That's what he sounds like. You know, stream begins. That's obviously what it sounds like. It's like, oh man, because this is like, I mean, how long would you say your normal stream is like at length, right?
I do like 5 hours normally now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
7 hours. I used to do 7 hours, and then I used to do 3 hours, and then I went to 4 hours, and then I went to 5 hours. And I realized the longer you stream, it's actually better for your stream health because that's more chances for raids and more people will see you.
Yep.
But then I was also like, I'm gonna die. I'm way too loud for this. So it fucks up my voice. When I'm not streaming, I have to like, this is my streaming voice right now. I'd have to like deep breaths out. And I'll talk like this most of the time because I'm not trying to like
What's
yell.
wrong, Jowol? What's wrong? Are you okay?
I know everyone
you okay?
thinks I sound depressed when I say it like this, but this is just how I normally talk because I'm not trying to. See, I'm going back. I'm naturally going back into the streamer voice. You can hear me talking faster.
That's right.
But when I'm not streaming, I don't do that. I sound depressed apparently.
Teskaru. That's a nice voice. Yeah.
You go from that to me doing my supreme speed raid notification.
Real quick, I noticed 2 cool credits here. I think some of the overlay and panels we have here from Rad.
You know what? I'm a bad person. I haven't fully done my credits yet, and it's been like that ever since debut because everything's been going all over the place.
Oh yeah. Lots to catch up on. But
yeah, Rad.
We had some Rad there, and 7M. 7M's been helping you with
7M did my background.
Yeah.
Group. Rad did my panels and my overlays actually, and Vtsumi, the group that Rad's a part of, actually does my lore videos. So they did my first lore video and my second lore video. And which they're getting way better at too, because if you look at the lore video comparisons, the first one didn't have any animation, and then the second one, the art got a lot better, same with the lighting, and they started learning animation.
Legitimately, this is just a me thing, I don't put too much emphasis in caring about VTuber lore. Your lore has me actually wanting to know a little bit more, because from the outset it seems simple, but there's so many questions that come out of it too.
That's all I want. I want it. It's gonna be Dark Souls. You have to fucking find everything. Well, the reason why is because a lot of VTuber lore video is like one and done to me before it was happening when I saw them, because I didn't realize VTubers had lore and before my debut. So when I was seeing all these, I was like, everyone's just kind of like, here's what it was before, and then this is why I'm a VTuber now, and then there's no lore after there. There's like nothing new. There's no more lore. There's no ongoing story. Mine, I was like, what if I make this just like the most confusing shit ever and have everyone be skeptical about it? No narration at all, just music. You can figure everything out your own. And I thought that was way cooler because that's the kind of thing that I prefer. So that's what I wanted to make, and it worked out pretty well.
I was like asking questions like, how did he get knocked out? And then there was a second video, and I'm like, wait, but he's back again. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. It has me like actually, it legitimately actually has me interested. I was like, wait a second.
It also is good because I kind of have every time, like I said, I'm going back to the raid notification thing because it's how I introduce myself basically to everyone. And I put the lore into that so I can explain, like, I'm a guy, I died, and my soul got trapped inside the body of a sexier female doll. Still a man though, blah, blah, blah. And you can see stuff like in parts of my backgrounds, like the lore's incorporated into my background, into my overlays, and even into the stream sometimes. Like I'm not roleplay heavy, right? My roleplay is transformative, where it's just me, but I'm an adult. That's it. So whenever I need to talk about something, like let's say I cut my finger, right? I'll be like, oh, I scratched my porcelain earlier and it hurt a lot. Or let's say like, if I want to talk about my experience doing something, I'll be like, back when I was alive, and I'll use those as a way to not break any kind of roleplay immersion, but it's also not so roleplay heavy that it's like me pretending to be somebody else.
It's impressive because I usually have my chat reminding me that I'm an android. I was like, wait a second. How can you know what? How can you eat? How do you sleep? Yeah.
Everyone has different variations of roleplay as a VTuber. Some people don't have any at all. I just prefer to have a little bit of a light roleplay. I don't want to go too into it. I just like, yeah, I'm porcelain. What's up? Porcelain schlong. World-ending girth.
But it's true, and it's actually plays into the power of being a VTuber too. It's like it's like a part of the tool set, right? So it makes sense to use it. Yeah. So here we have your YouTube channel, and I'm gonna go ahead and there's the link, guys. So feel free to give that a sub if you need to.
We try to upload on it, but I only have one editor. Well, I have two editors. One of them is non-respondent most of the time, like a dead corpse, and the other one is busy doing all my TikToks. So
yeah.
We try to upload on YouTube a lot more than we can.
And it's a full channel here, so feel free to check that out. We also have
the date nights are super popular. I know that.
Real quick, talking to the lore stuff, of course. We also had Cal working on some of the illustrations.
Amazing artist.
Big fan of Cal.
He's a good boy.
Editor from Reina. So some editing parts here, and also Colorgeist working on some of the music, I believe. So
they're all amazing. Color did my background music, my main BGMs, and then the music that was done in the lore video, unfortunately, is by somebody who had some less than desirable traits when it comes to their social interactions. So I don't want to say their name.
Gotcha. Otherwise, we also have other channels out there. We have the Porcelain Made VODs. This is pretty recent.
Made that like 2 days ago.
This is very recent. And I'm going to go ahead and dump the link here in the chat if you guys are interested. Not a problem. Very new, very exciting. And then we also have the Shorts channel. This is cool.
That recently, so what happened is I had somebody else in my chat actually making clips for me, and they made a channel called Scuffed Porcelain Made Clips. And that was doing so well that I was like, can I just hire you? So I gave him control of the Shorts channel. So now he just started uploading that a few days ago as well.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So that was a dead channel up until like a few days ago.
So new content, everybody. All 3 channels. There's the links. Feel free to give them a sub. Absolutely. And so that's all the fun on YouTube, but let's talk about everywhere else. So we had this tweet, as expected. I might change how much art I retweet in a day so I can start avoiding this. This is Twitter. This is Twitter. So, you know, I was going through and I was like, oh man, this is a heavy art account that you have out there, right? Like,
well, it's because I get okay. Every time I say this, it kind of sounds like a humble brag, but it actually can be sort of a problem where I'll get a ton of art every day.
Yes.
Because a lot of fan artists are part of my fan base. Like a lot of the people who watch me are fan artists. So I'll get like maybe 12 pieces of art, maybe 7 pieces of art on Twitter a day that I retweet because I want to retweet everything people draw for me. But Twitter doesn't really like that when you just retweet spam a lot of things. So I get shadow banned a lot, and a lot of my tweets don't get seen by my friends. So a lot of my mutuals or people that follow me actually don't see my tweets.
Yep. Because
I get shadow banned from retweeting so much.
Yeah, it's one of those things where do you do it all at once, like just a retweet fest all at once? I do it all
because if I tweet, I like to let that settle in. I like to let it simmer for the entire day.
Right. Yeah, we found the retweet bombs work, actually. And unfortunately, yeah, like to your point, like Twitter still doesn't play nice, but it's still the better option than like spreading them out, and that drowns out the other tweets that you have. It's so stupid. Yeah. It's so dumb that we have to know these things too, in my opinion. It should just go to the people that
I don't
are
like algorithms.
Following. Yeah.
I miss when everyone followed each other and then you could just see who your follows tweets.
Which brings...
Your followers' tweets. No, the people you follows tweets.
Yes.
And yeah, Gigatrix actually mentioned this. So you have so many Chinese fan artists. I noticed like a lot of international artists actually in that aspect. Has that picked up, or has that been the case for a little bit of time?
It's been there for a little bit of time. I remember when I debuted. Apparently, a Chinese translator clipped me named Triple Z. And I didn't know about this until months, like maybe 3 months after my debut, where he DM'd me and was like, hey, you're incredibly popular on Bilibili. All the clips I get of you are getting like 100K to maybe to 150K views. And I was like, what do you mean? What? And I checked it out and I was like, what the fuck is happening? And I looked at it and I was like, why can't this happen on YouTube?
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is this happening? Hello? And it was great. Everyone on there is super sweet. They're very supportive. They can't use YouTube, and they can't really. Not a lot of them can use Twitch because China has a VPN block kind of thing. So if they want to watch me, they have to use a VPN, which was perfect for Surfshark. If that worked. But it's crazy to think about, and it just got more and more. I recently made a channel on there. And I hit like 100K followers within a few days, which was crazy to me. And a lot of other streamers I noticed are using Bilibili now too. Like a lot of Vtubers are on there.
Yeah, of course, we're always talking with Mary Dog, and he has pretty regular streams on there with what he's doing, and he's really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm sure that was the Nizi Sanji boys rubbing off on him. So
I think when I first checked Bilibili, the only other VTubers I saw getting clipped on there were like Vebe and Shoto. Well, Shoto is a little bit afterwards because he blew up, I think.
Yes.
Like a few months after my debut, because he and I debuted around the same time. And it was crazy to see that all happen at once, because I feel like I should have jumped the gun on Bilibili a little bit sooner, and now I'm a little late, but I'm happy that it's still working out pretty well.
I mean, we can go into this maybe later too, but I want to actually talk about that debut. We're talking about the one from last year, is that correct? Or are you talking about one
I think October 16th, my 2-day debut.
And I remember you preparing for that, and I mean, not to, get too down on it or anything like that, but you were
dying.
Rightfully stressed about it.
I
right?
was dead.
Yeah.
I forgot what my original personality was before being stressed. It's just all stress. I don't remember how I used to act. I look at it and I'm like, what was I jovial at some point? did I walk with a swagger in my step? Because now I walk like the Virgin from the Virgin versus the Chad meme with my head down and I'm just losing my mind. But I don't actually. Don't say, how dare you? I'm still incredibly masculine. But it was a lot of stress because a lot of things weren't going right and there was a lot of delays and not a lot of communication with a lot of artists. Like I said, with the original model artist, there was no communication. So we had to switch to a completely new one using the old one as a base.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the people I was talking to just wouldn't respond back because there was a lot more. My recent debut had a lot less work done for it, but my first debut was a complete overhaul of everything. Overlays, alerts, music, a new model, a background, emotes, panels. It was everything. It was completely everything, and I had to work through so many different artists just to get that all done, as well as a logo too. That was I have a logo.
And again,
I never
like
use it.
A lot of it was like, let's also be real. Like you were counting on this, like to get the exposure you need on Twitch. Like it's a real component of being successful. It feels like in a lot of cases here. Yeah.
I don't want to say that because for me it was a do or die scenario because I was stupid, right? I went to college. I didn't learn how to use my degree properly, so I just have a wasteful degree, and I wasn't really. It's not like I was making a decent amount, but I wasn't making enough to survive. Even though I was living with my parents technically, but I was like, okay, if this doesn't work, and I'm gonna reveal the number that I spent on my debut, the original one, and it was like I think $18,000. Like that was like all my money saved up, and it was for everything, including the lore video too, and it was all of it. And I was like, if this doesn't work and I don't make more money from this is probably a terrible idea. Now, here's the thing though, with debuts, you don't normally do what I do. Normally you slowly phase everything. I just did everything at once and I went for like the most high quality shit. And a lot of that was because of rush prices. Because if you have to rush people, you have to pay 2 times the amount. So I'm not saying that's a terrible idea. You can stream with the shittiest model in the world and you can still pop off. Like you can be a PNG tuber and Shoto popped off as a PNG. And he didn't have his model until way later. Yeah,
here's my caveat, because when we started talking about Shoto had a healthy audience, absolutely. And he organically, bro, but I would argue it was.
It did blow up.
It was his debut after that put him back on the map in a huge way. And a lot of people see this, and they, it's like a giant orchestration where it's understandable why I would stress anybody out, because it feels like just one little bit and it just doesn't work out. You don't know what's going to happen, and you don't know like if it's been worth it or not, right? So
here's the thing though, I feel, because I had a recent debut as well with my nun outfit,
right?
But that didn't boost me up at all. That gave me a boost for like 1 stream. I mean, it's only been 4 streams since I debuted, so I can't really say the full gist of it, but I can tell that it didn't really boost me as much as I wanted on Twitch, and maybe that's my fault for not promoting it. But debuts are always hit or miss. It's never gonna just guarantee you anything. That's what I'm saying. Right. Because I debuted, and I think the most I got from a boost was like an extra 100 viewers, which is amazing. So I went from maybe 100, 180 average to like 300, and then it kept growing after that. But what it does is it gives you exposure, and that exposure is like a chance. So it gives you exposure to other people and to other groups of people. And if you get maybe picked up by a clipping channel or anything like that, then it'll get the ball rolling. Otherwise, though, it just gives you a chance at exposure. So I wouldn't say debuts are a surefire way of anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I don't want to give anyone ideas that want to become VTubers like to just start off with a debut.
We can't. Yeah, the responsible thing to do is not start off like that. You want to know if you're a streamer yet. You want to know like who you are as a streamer, right? Before you orchestrate something like that. Yeah. Okay, let's go to something else you love. It's TikTok.
Strong word. Speaking of which, my editor just sent me the TikTok for today too.
Nice. All right. So yeah, we have 184,000 followers. This is a very, very healthy TikTok account. And yeah, that's what I noticed. It was like, this is what we like to see when we take a look at TikTok. Like,
if you scroll down, you can see the drop because TikTok started hating on VTubers. And I noticed this with other VTubers. Chibi Doki told me that she has the same thing. A lot of people where TikTok, if you're not doing their AdSense program or whatever it is, they'll generally try to like keep you down. Because I went from I think my average is like 40k to 50k views a video.
Yeah.
And to popping off all the time to getting like over 100k, 300k, 400k, and then it went to like 10k. Like I could upload something right now, and if we checked it within an hour, it would still be at under 10k. But back in the day when I uploaded something, it would go up to 10k within like an hour, and then it would keep going up and up from there. So I don't know what was going on with TikTok. They change their algorithm all the time, and I just try not to think about it too much.
And that's obviously the key, but everything about it makes you, it draws you in. It makes you want to think about it. Like when it's hard to like have a 1.1 million view TikTok and like, okay, this is it, right? Like all my TikToks are going to do that, right? And it's like, you're not alone. I mean, they'll just shut down anybody, right? Let's take a look here. So we had, this is back from April, so we have some older kind of looks here. Apparently, if you upload a TikTok while a video of yours is striked, they hide the video from people. Like this is
I learned about that.
This is all unwritten, right?
Shadow ban stuff.
Yeah,
they have a lot of shadow ban stuff.
And then we have, you know, again, you're saying like, I don't want to deal with any more shadow ban garbage from another website. Well, yeah.
Twitter. Shadow ban shouldn't be a thing. I don't know. There's no benefit to them.
This is a really cool moment. This is when you hit 100K on TikTok. And you also mentioned got shadow banned as we hit it, but still a big milestone. It
honestly happened every week because if I said piss, cock, fuck, or anything on TikTok, they would shadow ban me for the most part.
We're finally getting over to TikTok, and we're learning so much so quickly, which is, oh yeah, just be super vague about anything in the title. Like the title barely matters at this point, and censor everything. Censor everything, make it as clean and squeaky as possible, which is like
with your hashtags too. I would use general hashtags rather than specific stuff because that's what I started doing.
And it's just a huge like mind reset when you're, you know, trying to make it work and get in their minds. But this is a beautiful one. TikTok is the greatest platform. Here you have a nearly 90K video down to a 500 one, just like you were saying.
Yeah.
It's just it's to your point. It's like it's almost like they want you to fire and forget, and almost like not try to understand them because none of it's this clown.
None of
world.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what? TikTok in that sense could be therapy, really, for all the content creators. You just throw shit on there and for hope it does well, and then forget about it anywhere else. You know what? I the therapy that would give is probably pretty good for a lot of people.
Let's see if we had anything else here. Oh, bro, why does TikTok hate Geary? I didn't know about this. This is interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Every clip I try to post of me and the Geary gets the unavailable video message. What, really? Okay.
I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't upload a video with Onigiri En, and for some reason it was only videos with her in it. Like every other person I collabed with, I could upload the video of, but as soon as I tried to upload a Geary video, it would just like disappear. And I still have no understanding to that to this day. I got one through after months later, I was able to upload a Geary video, but that was after like I had to force it through. So I uploaded another video, and that video wouldn't get uploaded for some reason because it was having a processing error. But then I put up the Geary video, and since they were both uploading, both of them managed to upload, and I have no idea what was going on there.
Have you seen her upcoming look at all?
Geary?
Yeah.
I don't think I have. I mean, I know what she looks like. She's got the bahongalongas, and I'm happy for her.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and send it your way right now. I just want to
go for it. Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, chat, I'm going to go ahead and bring this up here. You're welcome to see it too, because this was on...
I love that.
This is on Cluseller's stream. So it has been seen. So we're going to show it here today.
I love women in armor.
This is going to be Gary's next look here coming up. So yeah, good luck with that, Gary, and whatever you're going to try to do.
Yeah, I love women in armor. I've always wanted to get an armor look at some point. Well, I have a lot of different ideas coming up sooner or later. I have a monster form like Juniper coming up in the future.
Ooh.
And that one's going to be an amalgamation of limbs. I think I'm getting more into the creepier domain where I'm trying to make everything look a little bit more like monster-like, which I think would be dope. And I think it's mainly because of that Monster Girl artist inside of me trying to break out after years of being suppressed.
Let's take a look here. What had that. Oh, I say the word tit and it immediately mutes the audio. Not even 20 minutes in, uploaded. Yeah. That's the case here. But
you said I tweeted about TikTok a lot, huh? You're just making me look at you're making me stare directly into the face of my complaints, and I'm like, oh my god. Fuck.
This is all good though, because I think we need to talk about this stuff, because like people think they're alone on this or don't know about this, and it's like
that's what I got a lot when I first made my my alt account, because I made the alt account to throw out any kind of like minor complaints or just talk about how I'm feeling, because I felt like it would be better for me to put it into a void rather than just keep it bottled in. So I would a lot of the time, but I would do it I would try to put it in like a negative positive spin. So I would say how I'm feeling, and then I would put the realistic positive approach afterwards, or optimism. And you know, I've realized a lot of other VTubers who were following that account were like, I'm glad that this is how other people feel. I'm glad I'm not alone on this. Or if they were like particularly smaller, they would be like, I'm glad people who are bigger than me feel the same way. Because I feel like people have a lot of misconceptions about growth on Twitch, as if like, oh, you grew, you're suddenly a different person. Your mind, your thinking changes. But you're not. You're not. If you grow a lot, I guarantee you everyone still thinks the same way. Like, same with growth and greed, where you're like, I want to hit, if you're like at 40 viewers, you're like, if I hit 100 viewers, I would be happy. I would never need more. And then you hit 100 viewers, and then you're like, okay, but what about like 200?
Right.
Can I get more?
Right. It's impossible, because they throw it right in your face every time you're on twitch.tv. There's the numbers from anyone who you're following, right? And it's just numbers right in your face the entire time, and it's hard not to compare yourself. And
there's nothing wrong with that. It's a human emotion. Everyone can compare themselves. It's just important not to let that dictate your actions or how you act with others.
Here we have a very sweet post from Oliver.
I love my editor.
This is from Oliver saying, 6 months ago on this exact day and time, I sent my first fan TikTok, Porcelain Maid. I would have never imagined that something like this would have happened. And again, it's just this really, really nice video of like looking back at all the fun moments and pieces like that. So, yeah, it's a whole different game changer when you can just hand something off and you have to, I don't know, you don't have so much ownership over it. So doing what it doesn't feel as personal when I do that. I don't know if that's a feeling that you have, but.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer having an editor, but I still have to upload everything myself, so I'm still in the space looking at everything,
eyeballing it.
But having an editor who's competent and like who can go through all the clips himself and find the funny things, and who's really good at editing, is insane. Especially when his first TikTok he ever made for me hit 1 million views immediately. Like the first TikTok I uploaded that he made of me hit 1 million views, and before that it was like 2K views. So that was really crazy for me, because all he did in that TikTok was zoom in on my face and add subtitles, and somehow TikTok was like, yo, this guy's got subtitles? The production quality's off the fucking rails. Get him in there. Get him in there. Put him in the algorithm. You go, baby.
Salty Folder, thank you for the 2. The hedonic treadmill in action. Yeah, it's something we all walk on.
Philosophy.
We did want to point this out, that we have both a Moso box. We have a Moso box out there for you. So yeah,
I do love Moso box.
We have the body pillows. We have the stickers still out there. So all still
I
up.
do have the exclusive merch as well with plushies and soon to be minifigures, but those are not on Moso Box's platform. Unfortunately, we couldn't get those on there because it's a Chinese manufacturer that works for me that does that.
So that does bring us over to the marketable plushie here.
That was insane.
So this was fairly recent, I believe, right?
Yes, I think that was a few months ago. They're getting shipped out in October too, which is amazing. I'm getting pictures of everything, and I'm so excited because it looks so professional.
Did you have to set this up? Did someone come to you for this, or
what happened was I did a Q&A video for Bilibili. Because, like I said, the popularity on there is insane compared to my popularity here. And it was like it was a very popular video. I think it's like 300,000 views for me, which is insane. And in that video, somebody asked me, would you ever consider doing merch like plushies? Because I think it would be really cool, or like a doll. And I said in the video, I was like, those kind of merchandise deals are not something that I, as a VTuber, can search after myself. I would have to be contact for that, and I'm not a big enough VTuber for that to happen to me. Just so you guys know, I was like, that's something that's more like a VShojo type deal or a Hololive thing. That's not something that me as an independent VTuber can get that easily. And then I was proven wrong because an individual, literally one person, was like, hey, I imagine them power posing, like just leg spread, arm spread, looking at me like, hey, I can make you plushies. Do you want to do a deal? Do you want to make plushies? And it was really insane to think of that because they were somebody who found me from Bilibili, which is insane. They DM'd me and was like, we just want you to make money because we really like you. All of us who work here, I think you're amazing. We would love to give you like a 99% of the profits. And I was like, no. 50-50. I'm gonna sleep at night and I'm gonna realize that I stole so much money from you if I do that. So 50-50. The guilt would be crushing me down. And it was such a cool opportunity to do. And then I'm still working with them to this day, and we have more plans for stuff in the future. And the plushies sold amazingly well. Maybe it was because, the plushies look good, or it was because of the advertisement video I did that everyone really received well. But it did amazing.
Also, very affordable. It's like the whole package, like everything around with it. Yeah, worldwide shipping
for the Chinese audience. The worldwide shipping is $20, so it was like $45 in total for Americans.
That's the VTuber merchandise way, though. It's to be expected at this point. Yeah,
but we sold so many of them. I think we sold 6,000, and it was an insane amount because I thought I was gonna sell like 200, and then it sold that much, and I was like, what the fuck? It was insane.
Let's take a look here. Buff Pup here. Do you ever just think about how monster girls are the hottest people on Earth? Yeah, haha, me either. Buff Pup going, yeah. And I'm sorry, you up Rose with that. Yeah, so monster girls. Was that like just a thing that you thought to be something you wanted to do, or did you fall into it, or?
Well, like I said, it was the fuck your fears category, right?
Yeah.
I would draw things that I was scared of, but I would make them hot, like the doll, or let's say you're scared of spiders, you make a really sexy spider woman. You're not really scared of it anymore. See, ladies already fucking aping out, and it's like if you make it hot, I feel like you're more inclined to look at these things fondly. So if I see a lot of monster girls that are based off real life animals that I think are really hot, I'll look at the animals and I'm like, that's a cute spider. I won't kill you. You can go in the corner. You get to live your life. I'm not scared of you anymore, but I also don't want you near me because you're kind of nasty. But go in the corner.
And
I learned that's a real form of therapy, by the way. Apparently it's called exposure therapy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a real thing. I thought I was a genius.
You are.
Thanks, lady.
And we also have folks in chat saying, best $45 I've spent. That's very cool. That's very cool.
I can't wait for you guys to get your plushies. Thank you.
We also have a different form. So I guess there was a... I don't know. Should we give people a disclaimer of the look for your new form? Or
trypophobia disclaimer. If you're trypophobic and a lot of holes can scare you, I would look away now. It's not that bad, but my rig, one of my the people at Iron Vertex Soy couldn't really look at it that much with the barnacles on.
So that is the Drowned Nun. This is I swear you look even taller here. you look even taller, yeah.
I am incredibly tall. It's crazy to think about.
And then along with that, of course, we had the outfit debut. As far as the actual debut, I mean, did it go as planned? Or
yeah,
okay.
Everything went pretty well. We had a ton of viewers. I was worried that it was going to be the same amount of viewers as normal, which is my main worry for the debut, because I felt like I didn't promote it as much as my original debut. But it went really well, and I did it for I did a 7-hour debut because I wanted to hold on to as many people as possible and see if I could get one of them to be like, oh, I like this guy, I'm going to become a regular now. I was trying to sneak my way into getting people to like me by doing it for extra long time. And it worked. It went pretty well. But like I said, it debuts are hit or miss. I think this one, while the debut went really well, and I'm happy that I was able to introduce something new to my streams, like a new outfit, new background, new music, which is going to help a lot in future streams. I kind of was hoping for a little bit more in terms of growth, but I'm still happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with everything I got.
Yeah, you also kind of wonder, is it too early to judge that or not? It's so
it might
strange.
be too early, but I'm also kind of pessimistic when it comes to my stuff like that because I've been here for so long.
We also have other fine sayings here.
Oh my god!
This is the rest of the stream, Joel. This is the rest of the stream.
This one, I felt like I needed to say this one because every time I went onto somebody's stream, they would say this. Juniper, Mothwoman, was getting this so much. I was like, oh my god, stop. You guys are literally making me embarrassed whenever you say this when I'm on her stream. Because I was getting like that secondhand embarrassment. I was like, is this bothering you? I'm so sorry. I'll stop. Because I call everyone wife. That's how I do. I'm out marrying all the VTubers like a whore, which is what VTubers do normally. Everyone tries to marry each other like little sluts, I guess. So when this happened, I was like, guys, no, we're VTubers. No VTubers dating.
I would never cheat on your mother with a VTuber. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know. I'm very loyal.
Thank you for taking her out for that nice spaghetti dinner. It's appreciated. She needs love too. Thank you.
She loved the Olive Garden breadsticks.
She is.
She loved my breadsticks.
She's a reasonable woman. I hope you take her out again. Thank you.
Yes, I love her.
We have a lot of awesome art we want to show off here. We have Ateru here with their own debut on September 30th. And Drowned Doll for my best doll friend. Very, very cute. Very cute.
I feel so bad because I don't have the time to fucking respond to every piece of art that I get. So whenever a friend draws me, I'm like, fuck. Shit. I'll send them a DM.
It's the same thing, but I in the back of my head, it's like, well, it's going to go on an episode, so I just get away with it that way, you know? It's like, okay, well, at least I got him the shout out that way. And then we have this user here, TQ, and this is incredible artwork. From this artist here.
Like I said, all the artists that follow me are insane. Like, I'm so in love with all the art that they do. There's a few artists that I like. If they draw me a lot, I follow them back, and I adore their art. For my debut, I had an artist, Old Crane. I actually commissioned one of the fan artists that draws me a lot because I like their art so much. And that was interesting because I had to learn how to pay Chinese commissions because they don't use PayPal. So that was interesting to learn.
All the other piece here, wonderful, like a bloody apple. So cool, so cool.
That was recent. I remember that. That was really cool.
Looks like we have some cosplay here, actually.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I love all the cosplayers. I think that's like the 10th cosplayer. Everyone who cosplays me is fucking insane. They're all so pretty too. Oh my god, dude. You know, apparently you can buy cosplay of me on AliExpress.
Oh.
If you search up porcelain made, you can buy cosplay of me, like pre-made.
Love the attention to detail on the hands here, actually, with the joints and all that. Yeah, that's good. I don't know, like, you know, when you've seen folks cosplay, that feels like next level, right? Like, that's like...
Because I'm gonna fall in love with all the people cosplaying me. I'm gonna make out with them, I swear to God. You can't look like me. My narcissistic tendencies are coming out.
The other piece there is we of course have some collab art here. Parasitic Bun is really cool with this here.
Bun I commissioned so many times for a bunch of different art. Bun is my profile picture for years.
Yes. This is with a General Giga, who has been
never heard of him.
Teasing a new look for way too long.
She's trying, but it's like that. It's that miscommunication thing with artists, where artists just don't communicate, and because they're shy and they're petite and supple, and they just don't want to talk to anybody. They're just. Oh my god! I wish artists and VTubers got better at communication, because just being an introvert doesn't mean that you can ignore, responsibilities and people. And I get how they feel, but I feel like too many artists are using shyness and awkwardness as an excuse to avoid responsibility.
Oh, I see. Yeah, normally it's like, okay, well, can we set up like a timeline? When's the expectation around? But we have this other piece here. Anything we want to say about this particular individual?
Well, that was for that crazy individual, that freak of nature. That was for her debut, and I wanted to get her a quick little gift for her, because I was proud of her. And now every time I see Girl DM, I feel like an insatiable urge to start a fight. Kind of like General Giga. I don't know. For some reason, when I see Girl DM nowadays, I want to beat her up. With Giga, it's a verbal argument. With Girl DM, it's like, I'm gonna fist fight you. Like, I'm gonna use physical violence against you.
More maids here. More maids. And then of course we have the other more direct collabs, right? So
date nights.
We had, of course, one for Numi. Here we have one for Shy Lily from man, this is like half a year ago. This is exactly half a year ago. This is March 19th. Wow.
Yeah.
Time is
flying.
We're
working on another one. It takes a little bit to get people into collabs.
Last night we had Silverveil on.
Yep, that was really fun. She was so sweet. It was such a nice time. Silverveil was adorable. We hit it off really well, and I was really happy about that.
Some of the best parts of it were just like the height comparisons. It's like, you look at Silver and I thought she was like a
right. I thought model. She was tall.
Yeah,
she's short as hell.
And no, she has like 5-inch heels, and
she's 5 feet tall, and then with heels 5'5".
The way you actually line them up is kind of ingenious. It's like feet. Just align them up by the feet, and then
I make the feet size around the same, or the head. The head needs to look the same.
And all of a sudden, you get the real actual scope difference, where it's like,
do you guys have legs? We could do one right now.
Oh god,
do you have feet? Do you have legs? Do you? Show me your legs.
We do.
For free?
Pull it up, yeah. For free? I spat on you earlier.
Did you?
Yeah, come on. Go. Bring it out.
Small on screen.
Bring them out. I can barely fit on my own screen.
I know, right?
There we go.
Zoom out a little bit, lady. You're not that tall.
You just need the feet.
I like your legs. I like how pretty it is. I like the joints. Look at you. Wait, are you guys the same height? Because Lady looks taller than you right now.
Yeah, zoom out, Lady.
Oh my god, you just need the feet, right?
No,
oh
you're too zoomed in. There you go. That's about right.
And I'm standing like straight. All right. Well, now you're a freak. You're a tiny freak.
Thank you.
Can you hear us from over there?
This is about right.
Huh?
Yeah, there you go. There's an actual height comparison. I'm just gonna assume you're both the same height.
This looks right, because I'm canonically like 5'10" or something like that. So this is good. This is right.
That's correct.
That works out pretty well then.
Is this zoomed in? Is it zoomed enough?
You already fucked up. Fucked up.
Damn.
Oh my god.
It's over for you, Lady. This is the correct.
There you go. That's generally, I like doing height comparisons with people. There's a lot of different date night specialties that I do all the time, like asking people if they like steak, because I hate steak. Asking the height comparisons. I do this Zoomer humor test where I'll make I'll say something with bass boost on, and if they laugh, then their humor is stupid. It's like broken. Let's try it right now. Here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say something, and if you guys laugh, that means your humor is broken. But if you don't, that means your humor is normal. So I'll do this, and I'll say things like, come.
Can you say cloaca?
Cloaca. Why are you laughing? I fucking did you mute yourself to laugh, False? I saw you move down. Why did you laugh?
I am unmuted. I am
That's
unmuted.
not funny.
I'm not laughing at all.
Why did you laugh? Lady passed the vibe check.
Oh, heck yeah.
Lady didn't laugh.
I gotta go back to this.
I'm always smiling, chat. What do you mean lady was smiling?
You're so happy. Oh my god, look at you.
I just want to go back to the steak thing one quick moment because, okay, here's the thing. I always try to look at the wikis for VTubers. They're usually out of date or wrong or whatever, so I don't usually bring it up. It's your wiki says you like well done steak.
No, I don't like steak in general.
And
I think all steak is bad.
So rare.
The wiki is really old. This is before I didn't realize my taste in food. I just don't like steak in general. Also, that wiki, I think I made it myself. I broke the sacred rules of wiki. I made my account and then I wrote it all myself, and then other people started doing stuff to it. And this is before I popped off a little bit more. I think I got an email recently where somebody was wanting to interview me for it, but I was like, I don't really care. Do people use wikis, the VTuber wikis, that much?
it was a bigger thing a while ago. I don't know.
It was.
I don't know. iHender, thank you very much for the 5. False, you seem about the right height compared to Jowol for the traditional engine. Sounds a boat makes. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's okay. I can beat them up later.
Correct motorboating height for me and you. Okay.
I can beat that chatter up later. You may have given money, but you're gonna fucking be giving a black eye back.
Thank you very much, iHander. Much appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, very good date night with Silver. She was totally game. That was awesome. And I don't know. I mean, is there anything that you look when you're wanting to collab with someone, or
it's generally what I look for is if like I feel like I can make a good conversation with them. So like I felt really good because with Shy Lily, every time I talked to her, there was a lot of chemistry there. My favorite, I think, is definitely Juniper. I think me and Juniper have perfect chemistry when it comes to collabing with each other. So she's definitely my favorite guest to have on date nights. But generally it's chemistry. Like if I've talked to them, this is my first time technically speaking to Silvervale in a voice chat, but I felt good. It felt fun. And the other thing I look for is do I just want to talk to them? Like, do I just want to hang out?
Yeah. And
then that's generally it. There's a lot of people that I want to hang out with that I haven't gone to, yet. Like I have on my list right now, Momotex, an amazing artist.
Momo's a lot of fun.
Uniho, Rainho. I wanted to get Nanolist, Sunny Explosion, Lunari Donna. There's a lot of different people that I wanted to bring on that it's just kind of hard to because I have to do them on Saturdays because I can't do them all the time.
Right. Yeah, but, easy vouch for Momo, easy vouch for Uni. All the Vyugans are like really, they know what's up. So
I forgot that they're in a group. Oh my god. I always forget everyone's in a group. Oh my god.
Let's see here.
I just think everyone's an independent VTuber.
Is this still a thing? Getting compared to the blood? Okay. All right.
I saw it in the chat earlier. I saw it in this fucking chat. Somebody was like, Markiplier plus Bloodborne doll. And I was like, shut the fuck up. It happens all the time. I get this all the fucking time. And so I'm on a Souls journey right now. I played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Elden Ring. And now I'm doing Seikiro, which is the hardest of all of them. I was saving Bloodborne for last, and unfortunately, I'm really annoyed about this because I know the comparison's going to happen even more once I start playing Bloodborne.
That's it, man. That's going to be your pop-off moment. We know it. Just lean into it for once. Yeah, just lean into it already.
I've been waiting, right? I didn't want to play Bloodborne. I'm holding out on Bloodborne to see how much I can grow my community before playing Bloodborne. Because I think that's the cool thing, right? I don't want to blow my load too early and play Bloodborne right now when, maybe I've...
Share the load.
Blow it out. Big summer blowout.
Anyways, like I was saying, I didn't want to go too early because I felt like if I saved it for a little bit, you maybe save Bloodborne for the end. We can do it with a bunch more people than what I normally have, because maybe I'll be growing a lot more. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the year I'll have like 1,000 viewers. Who knows? Anything can happen with VTubing. You could blow up at any moment, I feel like.
Right now it sounds like Seikiro is kind of kicking you when you're down a little bit because it doesn't have the
oh my god,
you know, it doesn't have the same leveling system, right? And Bloodborne's a little bit like that, but yeah.
Seikiro, the problem with Seikiro is everything is just a skill issue. If you're bad, you're just bad at the game. Like, you can't, there's no excuses. You're literally just skill issuing yourself, and I hate it. I don't want it to be a skill issue. I want it to be a grind issue. But no, if you're bad, you're fucked. And you know, I don't understand how people were like, Elden Ring is too hard and needs a difficulty slider. How the fuck would you think Elden Ring needs that when Seikiro is like this? All the Dark Souls games in Elden Ring are like not hard at all. They're normal difficulty. They're easy at some points. And then you play this game and it's like, well, you know, you're just bad. You're bad. That's it. That's all you can say. You're just bad. And I hate it.
Can I go off topic really quick?
Go for it.
False, was this intentional? Did you put a little invisible wall here now? Because I can't get leaned on by... It was here in the beginning, and it's not here anymore.
Oh my god, lady, you look so pretty. Do you want to make out? Oh god.
She over there.
It could have been for real estate right there.
There we go. There we go.
Well, I moved myself because I was originally in the middle of the screen but I was like I was also in front of the fucking tweet, so I was like, False, are you gonna move me or do I like move myself?
I noticed that also about your streams, like your placement, you're very like knowledgeable about your placement on screen, whereas I'm like, I don't know, I'm off in a void.
You did it in a very nice way. Well, I'm always aware. Whenever I do just chatting is generally when I have display captures or window captures on. Yeah. So I try to like not be covering anything so people can see what I'm talking about.
The other cool thing is apparently you have like a standing desk, right? So
I'm
like
standing right now, yeah.
You have this crazy range I didn't even think about. That probably most VTubers should have, actually.
Do you want me to display the range right now? I can.
Let me get you in the middle here again. Okay, so we have
so this, for everyone in the chat, if you guys don't know, a standing desk actually boosts your range of motion on when streaming. At least that's how I think. So I can move and do, hold on, let me turn the physics off real quick. I can move and do things like this. So I can, and I'm not moving my head. I can also just move my lower body, and my body will also just follow along with that, but I'm not moving my head at all. So that's the cool thing about having this, because the range of motion is amazing, as well as I'm standing above my microphone, so it's not covering anything. So when I'm moving around, I'm a lot more expressive when I'm talking, because that's how I talk normally. And having a standing desk really helps with that. Now, if I move to sit down, like if I go to the sitting position right now, by moving this all the way down, and I sit.
Thank you for the 5.
You can see that the range of motion becomes a lot less. Like, I'm trying to move now. I can't move my lower body, so I'm just moving my head. Well, okay, it might be harder to see, but if you're a VTuber and you're staring at yourself every day, it's a little bit easier to see. But I'm now sitting down, and I'm going to try to do all the motion that I do normally. And it's mainly just kind of waving my head around like I have a headache, rather than moving my entire body.
For us to do that, we have this slider. We just go...
and then we flip around and get some feetsies on there, and yeah.
I remember when I had my fucking 3D model and I would do that shit all the time. I remember my arm tracking was a pain in the ass because it was burning a hole in my chest.
Oh, you had it on your chest, yeah. We've since just put it in front of it on our desk, and we got the same results.
Yeah, I never figured out how to do that with leap motion.
Yeah, it was some learning. Okay, all right. So thank you very much, Einhander. Thank you for the 5. Oh, Momo the green cat also has the standing desk. Nice, good.
Nice.
So I mean, do you enjoy these games, or are you okay, all right. So
well, it's not a masochistic thing like these games, Seikiro, but all the Dark Souls games were never hard for me. They were just really enjoyable. I immersed myself in the atmosphere of the game, the lore of the game, and it always felt amazing. Like, I really enjoyed that. As you can I had said it earlier with my lore video, I also took a little inspiration from Dark Souls, where it's like, don't say anything about anything and let people speculate. And I don't know. I've always loved Dark Souls. I think they're one of my top favorite games, alongside like Borderlands 2 and Halo and stuff like that.
Here we have a really cool block game Minecraft skin.
I wish I could use it. I don't play Minecraft. I haven't played Minecraft in like 6 years. I want to try it. I really do. I know every VTuber is like getting into Minecraft servers now, and I know there's the VShojo server. I just talked to Silver. Silver was like, "Let's play Minecraft." I'm like, "I want to. I really do."
It comes and goes. Basically, oh god, was it Mouse? It was somebody who was like, "Look, Minecraft season for VTubers is like." It always lasts for like 4 months or something like that, and it's starting up again. Yeah. It's starting up again.
I feel like if I get invited to any kind of Minecraft server, I'm going to join, and then everyone's going to be like, well, I'm done playing Minecraft now, and I'll just be the late one, because I'm always late to all these shit. Like that happened with V Rising, and I think Cult of the Lamb, I was just so late. Elden Ring 2, that I was just too late for it, which was annoying.
Wasn't that by design, though? Like, you wanted to wait for a little bit for
the Elden Ring one, yeah. The Elden Ring one, yeah. Because I wanted more people to watch it, because otherwise people were going to be like, I don't want spoilers.
All right. Let's talk. Let's get some juicy stuff in here. Let's talk about Twitch. Let's talk about the takeover. And let's talk about the Twitch takeover. Now, again, we don't have to bring up all the tweets about it, but
you know, one cool thing about Twitch takeover, if we're gonna get into this,
sure,
is the one good thing that came out of it was Wall Street Journal sent me an email and was like, we would love to interview you about this. And then I was like, fucking Wall Street? Yeah, sure. What the hell? I could probably get verified if that article gets written, because that's so fucking resourceful. And then it didn't happen because they needed your real name.
Okay.
Because Wall Street wants to publish your real name.
That's correct. As a matter of fact, another one of our good friends, Pumpkin Potion, she was approached for the exact same thing. And I don't know, guys, did they go through with that or not? I'd have to follow up with her or not.
No, because they want Wall Street. Literally, the publication is like, we need to put your real name in the article, and I was like, no. What the fuck? Fuck no.
Right. It just is not what we're about. So they're going to be behind the times if they're going to try to approach it that way.
That is terrible for VTubers. VTuber takeover.
So yeah, for those who don't know, this had it's about, I call it a week. It was really like 5 days, Monday through Friday, starting back on August 29th. And it was about 100 VTubers involved, but even in that group, there was kind of a limitation of like who got invited to the end Fall Guys tournament they had on the Friday. But that aside, cool idea. Again, you know, Twitch recognizing the VTuber content creators, putting them on the front page. That was the idea. Like all of them were going to be on the front page. And yeah, cool idea. In execution, first time through, so they had some speed bumps. I don't know. Yeah.
Just a little bit. My main problems with it really were just them inviting too many people, because they invited 100 people and it got the emotions up for a lot of people. Everyone had a lot of excitement. Everyone was happy, hoping for some growth, hoping for some recognition. And instead, Twitch showed the same 10 people on the front page and didn't show off anyone else. And there was no growth for anyone. I personally received nothing. If you're not on the front page, on the front carousel, by the way, I'm not talking about the VTuber Takeover Week thing that was all the way down below. Yeah. If you weren't on the front carousel, you received absolutely nothing. And even then, that exposure probably didn't help anyone's growth, which is, well, that was to be expected, but at least the extra 1,000 viewers would have been nice. Because I noticed everyone who was on the front page got like an extra 500 viewers or some shit like that.
Listen to this listen to this gatekeeping, everybody. Yeah, we need less people. I see how it is. I see.
Well, if they're gonna do it the same way, they need less people. Because they what happened with me is my emotions were so hyped up and I was so excited because I was having a rough week. Less people were watching than normal because the world's opening up a little bit. More people are going to school and work. And I was like, I could use the boost. You know, it's been rough. I want a boost because a debut is coming up soon. And it would be really helpful to have more people, you know, maybe see me and maybe get interested in my debut. And instead, they showed 10 people, 2 of them being Twitch ambassadors. And that was it. They didn't want to show anyone else. And then they had a Fall Guys tournament for Twitch Rivals with Vtubers. And, well, they only took 20 people out of 100 out of the 60 slots they could have done. And there was just a lot going on that was just bad with it. There was a lot of miscommunication. Apparently, if you had the mature content filter on, you weren't able to be on the front page.
Oh.
But even if you turned it off, which I did, you still wouldn't be on there. It was just... It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. I was very disappointed in everything they did there.
The other aspect here is, along with Takahata, of course, was one of the ambassadors. We had Cinder here, and this is so mind blowing when it happened. Okay, so Cinder joins Taka during the Fall Guys tournament as one of the 2 hosts, and they both did pretty good.
Oh, that means there's 3 Twitch ambassadors. Evil Toaster, Ugu Bear, and then Takahata.
Oh, Ugu. Okay. And so, get this. Cinder did, I think, made the front page herself. But the whole...
she was on there, I think, 4 times. Sorry. Don't mean to get interrupted you. I'm just really annoyed by this whole thing.
And so, oh my god, they put her there 4 times?
Yeah, well, like I said, it was the same people, and they were there every day. So... Evil Toaster, my friend. They're all my friends, by the way. Get your bread. Do well. I'm happy for you. But the thing that the problem lies with Twitch because they did the same people every day. So these people were streaming every day and they were on the front carousel every day. They didn't switch it out for anyone else. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Frey saying Takahata 101 is a Twitch ambassador. Well, in any case, we had an interesting aspect here because the entire time Cinder had actually applied for partner back in July and had been waiting for approval of partner. And in between, this event happened. She's a part of this actual host event. She's being put on the front page. They actually come back to her. This is like a form they have where it was like, yeah, because you were on the front page, we don't know if those are your stable numbers, so we can't give you partnership right now.
Which doesn't make sense because their numbers have been stable for a while. But
they have
the partnership thing, because I remember when I was applying for partner, it took me around, I think, 6 months, 5 months maybe to get partner. And I was like, the first 3 months, obviously, it was whatever. But the last 3 months, I was like, I'm already above this. Cinder's well above it. So she shouldn't be having this problem in general.
Yeah.
But it's honestly a minor thing. The main thing is that she doesn't have the encoding rate and she doesn't have more emotes for her chat. So if anyone out there is like partner pushing, don't. It's not worth it that much. As soon as you get partner, it's just going to be a lackluster thing. The main thing is just having more emotes and the badge. And the badge is really cool because I'm like, yeah, I worked hard. Look at me. I'm showing off.
This is such a head scratcher. We have Mike Frey. Typically, to be on the front page carousel, you need mature filter off. Okay. And auto mod set to level 3. Wow, that's pretty high, actually. I
have both of those.
I got to look into that for our channel. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And again, kind of like, in some ways, rules that are unwritten in some cases until you find out about them. Yeah.
Well, they were written down. Those were in the email, but nobody was reading the email. But besides that, since I did read the email afterwards, and I had all those things, done, it was just whatever. Fuck Twitch takeover or VTuber takeover. It's a piece of shit. They need to learn to do their mistakes better because they only showed like 4 people, and it was just annoying to the rest of the people who were invited. Literally a slap to the face. Next.
Do you think you're gonna get back into any kind of art streams anytime, maybe this year?
I tried. I tried drawing last night, and I was like drawing my iPad, and I just didn't remember any of the anatomy that I learned. I didn't remember how to draw. Like, it'll take me a while if I do get back into art. And I was thinking about it recently because, I've been really wanting to get some of my creativity out, and I think it would be a good hobby, especially since whenever I'm not streaming, I'm either doing more work, I'm in a collab, or I'm like scrolling through Twitter or TikTok for like 5 hours because I don't have any. There's no games I can play off stream, and there's nothing I do off stream. So I was like, maybe I'll get back into art. Who knows? Might be good.
Lady, if I may ask, I mean, does this happen to you, lady, where like you're just busy and you're not into your art as much and you just fall out of it, or have you been able to keep up with it?
I've been able to keep up.
But it's another thing also when it's like all the content that's like you want to make too.
Yeah, I'm a streamer first,
right?
Artist maybe like third, second. It's definitely not on my top list of things to do, but I do need hobbies, and I don't really have much else to do. I was talking about this yesterday too with Silvervale, where I need games to play that I won't do on stream, just so I can have something to do when I'm not working.
I've been thinking about doing either needle felting or the actual like
That's
getting
cool.
into clay shaping with that. Like
I had
for
a
making
3D
my own
pen
figurines.
phase. I get that. I feel like every artist has a phase where they like look at other forms of art, because I bought a 3D pen, like a plastic pen that you melt and like do 3D sculptures with, and I was like, this isn't gonna work out. This is a mess.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into this real quick. We of course have your name here, Joel, but we have the oh in the middle, and then we have the gendering, right? Like, are you a mommy? Are you a daddy? Do you not go by that at all? Is that been a struggle of any kind for you?
It has. Because I'm a man and I use a female model, but it's a part of the lore, and I'm not going to change that anytime soon. And even if I get a male model, I would still say that the original lore would be female in a male model. I generally think that it shouldn't matter that much, because I get a lot of people coming into the chat. I have a lot of roast clips. I don't know if you've seen them. A lot of my biggest Twitter tweets are when I roast somebody for being stupid in my chat. Like, I got one for why don't you show your face? Why are you a man? You're ruining VTubers for being a man and a female model. All of them really good content, because I love when people come into the chat to say stupid shit like that, because it gives me so much content to post to Twitter. Yeah, I get it a lot. It doesn't bother me too much, but it's when people are like grossed out by it, that's when it bothers me, because it's like, bro, fuck you. What are you talking about? Let people do whatever they want. Who gives a shit?
It's another thing is, I don't know, do you notice any kind of waves of that where they come in, or is it just totally random? And
it's totally random. I mean, I get it. I get at least one normally every other stream.
Oh, God.
But I welcome it. It's a good dunk, and it gives me good content. Like I said, if you've never seen my roast clips, highly recommend. Have you? Do you know what I'm talking about? They're fucking great. That's my favorite thing in the world.
Again, I think we might have it in here, but again, it's like, Joel is so ready to roast chat that he offers to roast other people's chat for them. So this
I do. I go into other people's chats just so I can do that. Like, whenever I'm on a collab, I'm like, do you want me to make fun of them? I'll do it. If somebody's being stupid, I can beat the shit out of them. They have no... Literally, it's the dumbest thing in the world. And if you're one of the people that roast people, stop. You're going into a chat. Nobody's going to agree with you. Everyone's obviously going to agree with the streamer. And you also can't talk. You're typing. They get to talk. They can talk shit all they want against you. You won't be able to do anything. You're just embarrassing yourself.
You called line choose chat bottoms? Huh. Okay. All right.
Did I called them simps, I think. I don't know. One or the other.
Here we have this. Oh, and we should just quickly point out, we are looking at two different Twitter accounts here. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier. We have Joel the Marionette VTuber main account here. Would you say these are these like calculated tweets by any measure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I use my alt account to reply, I use my alt account. So when I tweet on my main, I go to my alt, I retweet that tweet, and then I reply to it. Because there's a lot of people who don't see my main account because of that shadowban thing, but they see my alt account.
Oh!
So I'll reply with my alt account so it gets that boost, because people won't see my tweets otherwise, I feel like.
Oh, man.
And I've heard a lot of people say, like, I don't see your main tweets, I see your alt tweets more. But it's also fun, because I can, like, set up dunks and comedy with my alt account.
So yes, that is again offline made. Just be aware there is NSFW artwork if you want to know, guys. Yep. Or I'll probably get them actually.
Because I feel bad because I can't retweet the NSFW on main, so I made an account for that.
So they'll probably be rampaging to this one quicker now.
Yeah.
But again, back to that. Sorry for changing the topic, but yeah, have nothing to do off stream besides more work. I'm so frustrated and bored. I wish I had casual games to play off stream. Do you ever get the impression, even when you are playing or doing something off stream, it's like, I should have been streaming this? Does that ever hit you?
No, because generally I stay away from any game that makes me feel like that because I leave it for stream. So instead, I just sit there doing nothing, like just staring at my computer. Because I can't, all the games that I do like that I play for stream, I leave for stream. And
Right.
if it's another game that I'm like, this could be good for stream, I just don't touch it. I just leave it. And if I play it on stream, I play it on stream. And if I don't, it never gets played because I want to save that reaction for a stream.
This is primary streamer brain, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So generally, it just leaves me with nothing. And I thought Minecraft would be good, but I don't. If I play Minecraft by myself with no friends or no mods, I'll get depressed if I'm not streaming it. So it's all around. That's why I think I need to be like a Minecraft server could help, because then I could build off stream and then play it on stream and show it off. But I don't have any games. I don't have any games to play on off stream, and I can't think of anything. Especially when I play cool games that I think are really fun and interactive, and if I play it and I'm like, fuck, this would have been perfect for stream.
This is that weird time where you're like beating yourself up for like things that weren't a problem before you were like crazy streaming, right? Like just like you said, like like some nights I'm just like on the internet reading things. I like jumping around. It's like then I look down the clock and it's like I didn't use this time wisely, and it's like it's such a stupid thing we beat ourselves up about, but it just happens over and over and over again.
That's a generational thing, I'm pretty sure too. It's rough. It's rough. It's definitely a thing that happens when you're a streamer. But these are the minuscule things. I mean, streaming has a lot of other different kinds of problems.
We also had this. This is good insight. I really hope tomorrow's debut goes well. Of course, this was on the 8th before your debut on the 9th. I don't know if I promoted it enough. I just hope people show up. And yeah, there's like, what is the way to gauge if you're promoting ahead of time, right? Like, it's so nebulous.
I need people to know about it. And there was a lot of people, like, I'll check in with friends. Because if a lot of my VTuber friends know I'm having a debut, then I know that I did well. But if they don't, because a lot of them didn't know I was debuting, then I was like, okay, I probably didn't promote this enough.
It just gets you again in that mind. It's kind of like, wait a second, what do we have to? What's the gas in the tank here? All right, so then, you don't have to talk about this. I found it interesting if you want to mention it. I get into a car for like 3 minutes, and I immediately want to viscerally throw up in my insides. You have motion sickness? Is that correct?
I have very bad motion sickness, like car sickness.
Have you tried VR? Do you get any of that in VR if you have tried it?
I tried VR. I bought a VR headset, and I bought the $1,000 one for my first headset. I got the fucking Valve Index.
Same.
Used it for like a month, put it away, and I was like, okay, I can't wait to use this to hang out in VR chat with all my friends.
Right.
Didn't use it for a year or two. It broke. The wires just never connected, so I spent $1,000 and never got to VR with my friends.
For those who don't know, the Index is really kick-ass, but it has this stupid wire that is so difficult to replace that it almost makes the whole thing
You can't
faulty.
unplug it. It's the wire that's like connected to the headset. I don't know if it's a big problem with everybody.
It is.
But
it is. Yeah.
When I was putting it away, I didn't use it for a year, and I was like, I can't wait to play VR chat with my friends, all my VTuber friends. I want to hang out with them. It'll be fun. And I didn't get invited to anything. And then when I finally did, I put it on, and I'm like, it broke. And it was the worst. It was the worst.
Yeah. Personally, that was the thing. It was like, that's what I'm enjoying right now. It's not a game. It's VR chat. It's VR chat, and sometimes hanging out with friends. Sometimes it's going to worlds and things like that. That's kind of my thing offline right now that I've been enjoying, because it still feels like I'm 1 foot into the VTuber kind of piece, but not all at once. So that was going to be my recommendation.
Yeah, I wish.
If you're ever in the market for another headset, I'd still recommend trying to jump in. But
I had a debut recently, and I don't have any subathons, so I mean, I'm kind of fucking broke right now.
Right. All right. Speaking of things to spend money on, though, last month saying I want to get back into cosplaying someday.
Yeah,
this is cool. I had a JoJo cosplay a long time ago, and I think I'd like to try that again at some point. So yeah, I mean, is that well, actually, you can go back further. Is there like any anime series that you watch or enjoy, or is that a thing you
it's
have
been a
time
while.
for? Yeah.
I mean, I watched a fuck ton of anime when I was younger. I had like 600 anime that I watched on a list on Google Docs because I wrote down the names for them. And I don't remember. Like, my favorite anime is probably Gurren Lagann and like Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, shit like that. And I don't even like sci-fi stuff, but yet my favorite anime is sci-fi stuff. I only did JoJo because I knew I looked kind of like Jotaro, so I was like, I could probably fit this cosplay pretty well. So that's generally what I did, and it worked out really well. I remember I was like 17 when I did it, or 16 when I cosplayed it, and it's been a long time since then. So I was thinking, next time, if I go to a TwitchCon anytime soon, maybe next year, I'll cosplay as myself because I can buy, like I said, I can buy my own cosplay on AliExpress. But I won't tell anyone that I'm cosplaying myself when I go there, so I'm just gonna go there in the outfit and hope nobody recognizes me.
Let's get this stream and VOD out to as many people as we can, folks. Let's get this. Feel free to hit that like button down below. That helps push it out. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a thing. We actually think this has been done by some agency VTubers, actually, where they've actually cosplayed as their characters, and we don't have confirmation, but it's a thing. It's a thing.
Maybe. That'd be kind of cool.
Let's see here. VTubers talking about the good old days in 2020. Me started in 2017. So, I mean, is there any like view that you have? Do you think like the VTuber scene? I don't even call it community.
I don't think it changed. I don't think it matters. I mean, everyone who joins in is different people, so I don't think there's a trend or anything. There's like a group. I think there, like, the reason I made that tweet is because I saw people complaining that the VTuber community changed so much and was like, they were like, oh god, this is, I remember back in the good days, and I was like, bro, you don't know the good days. I was there from the beginning. Do not quote the ancient text to me. I didn't get it, man. I was like, I made this tweet. I didn't mean this tweet because some people thought this tweet was gatekeeping. I meant it as in like, no, stop gatekeeping. There's no good days. It's all just however you make it. Because I feel like people on Twitter generally tend to group things a lot. Like, whenever they group shit up, they're like, oh, dude, the VTuber community is toxic, when one person who's like really toxic is out. And it's like, it's not it's just one person. You have to see things at an individual level, because if you see it as a group level, you're like, nah, bro, that's not how it works.
I tell you, one of the things that like weirdly makes me feel old is like, we get into that time loop where there's a trend on VTuber Twitter, and it's like, wait, this has happened 3 times before, and it's
all the PNG assets that you put on yourselves as pictures.
It's just running through again, and it's blowing up again because all these new VTubers that have not seen it before. Yeah,
and you know what? Go for it. Have a good time. Let them join in. You know, it's cool. And I know there's gonna be someone on Twitter who's gonna be like, man, I hate seeing this shit. It's like, whatever, bro. New VTubers, give them a chance. Let them enjoy themselves.
Again, well, we have this here. VTubers hire me to bully your chat if they roast you too much. And here we have Giga saying, what if we offer this service as a pair? That's a dangerous combo right there.
I think it'd be fun. I like making fun of people, and I think Giga is good at it too.
You two are exceptionally sharp. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean, you guys have insights, and you guys kind of get to the heart of matters, I think, in ways that others don't. I don't know. Was that, you know, in kind of interacting with chat, was that something that kind of built up that way, or was that kind of the way you've been for a while?
You know what? No, I've never thought about it that deeply. I'm pretty sure. I think it kind of developed the more chat fought. Because I think it develops when you're a streamer, right? You're in a group of people, and everyone's been in a pandemic, so everyone's fucking horny all the time. So either people will go into like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of these people, or they go into like brat mode, or like kind of submissive, I guess. And you know, I'm kind of sick of it. I'll be real with you. I'm kind of sick that a lot of my humor consists of sexual content. I kind of wish, because I used to not be like this, so now whenever I see my clips and I'm like, man, I kind of don't like this as much. But at the same time, some of it is incredibly funny. Like, if I say cock at the right moment, it's pretty fucking funny. I'll burst into tears laughing. So it needs to be a good mix, I feel like. And the bullying thing happened because if chat says stuff that makes me want to beat the shit out of them, then I'll do it.
Yeah, and they will. There's no getting around it. So yeah. Oh, this is a learning moment, I think, for a lot of people. You can draw NSFW on me. It's okay. I don't care. But please use the laid hashtag, not the made one. My God, please use the right one.
So I'm pretty laid back. It doesn't really bother me if someone draws NSFW of me. Like, it doesn't bother me at all because I can separate between me and the character that I play.
Right.
Well, not play. It's me, but like it's my persona, I guess. I can separate that. The thing is, if you use the wrong hashtag and I fucking go through my main hashtag and there's like fucking titties in front of me, I'm like, all right, guys, come on. Use the correct hashtag. People look through these things.
It's just, you know, you want to make sure your audience is, I don't know if safe is the right word, but they're being catered to the right way, you know, because it's more than just you. It's a bunch of people that want to know you. Yeah.
Because it really doesn't bother me. Like, I see these things. Since I'm an artist, I guess, I see it from a more artistic standpoint. I'm like, that's pretty fucking cool. Bro, how'd you do the anatomy for that? That's insane. And I'm also like, you know, I'm not just some monkey looking at it and being like, this is really good. I'm also like, that's pretty fucking hot, bro.
Same.
But I'm not like actively participating in it, I think. That's why I like to keep a line.
Whenever I see some really good NSFW art, I'm like, what was the technique for the rendering? Did they use the lasso tool? What was their custom sized brushes?
But you're also like, that's pretty sexy. Yeah. I'm not going to deny that it's hot. I'm not going to just be like artistically challenged with it. I just also think I don't want to participate in like NSFW stuff.
Oh, this one was interesting. There was this checklist going around a while back.
All the games I played.
And, you know, this wasn't like oh, my number's bigger, that means it's better. It's more just like kind of like a cool experience kind of thing. But it wasn't like this that interests me. It was actually above it. Because I think a lot of people experience this now too. This would be like twice the size, 80, if we count the games that I watched Let's Plays of instead. So many games that I'd rather watch other people play than play myself.
Yes.
And do you still find time to watch other streams or Let's Plays or anything
YouTube.
like that?
It's generally not. I don't really watch Twitch streams. I watch my friend because I only follow my friends. So if I'm in there, I'm just there to talk to my friend. I'm not there to watch. I'm generally there to be like, hey, I love you. Your streams are great. Thank you. When it comes to YouTube, I watch Let's Plays of games that I don't ever plan on playing. Like, I'll watch speed runs, I'll watch review videos, I'll watch video essays of games, shows, stuff like that. Those are my favorite kind of content because I like in-depth analysis of stuff. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Or speed runs, those are good too. These are all games that I played, and then all the games that I've watched are games like God of War. Because I'd prefer to watch it than play it. Yakuza, I don't think I'd ever want to play Yakuza, but I like watching people play it.
There's something to be said about those like story, maybe not heavy, but story dependent games in some ways, and it's like you gotta kind of get to see the viewer or the player also react. It's almost like a social kind of experience in its own way.
Because with those games, I'd rather just experience the story than actually like experience the gameplay. Like the gameplay doesn't interest me at all, and I feel like I would get tedious with it.
All right.
Checks out.
Thinking about doing another 8 p.m. stream next week or to test time zone. So this was about 2 months ago, and
this is for my Bilibili audience mainly.
Yeah, and
because they're 12 hours ahead of EST.
What do you have a schedule? Do you try to stick with one at all, or
I have had the same schedule for 4 years. 5 p.m. EST, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And I've only just now added 8 p.m.
Okay. Has there ever been a desire to change, or is it just like, this is it? This is going to be what works for me?
A couple of times, yeah. I'd say that I think it's more fun to be more spontaneous with streams because I know a lot of people are like that. But I generally wanted to stick to a schedule so everyone would know when to watch, because I felt like if people knew, they'd know when to expect it. And I feel like that worked out pretty well for me. I don't know. I feel like schedules, it's hit or miss. Some people, it helps a lot. I know a lot more people prefer schedules, but I also like spontaneous streams. Because personally, for me, I don't know any of my fucking friends' schedules or any VTuber schedules.
Sure,
but
yeah,
I know
yeah.
mine. So I can't actually look at it from a chatter's perspective because I never had that experience because I never watched Twitch recreationally.
Here's a tweet that I just straight up identified with, especially for anyone who saw my stream from yesterday. Man, I'm so bummed out. I was really excited to hang out with chat, but my energy died so quickly, and I don't even know why. Yeah, this is so strange. I don't know. This has happened to so many of us streamers, and it's hard to like quantify. Like, what the hell? Like, what happened? Right? Like,
it's what happens when you want to do something, but you're too burnt out to think of anything funny to say or any kind of content to do. So it is burnout, and that's a big problem with creative jobs, not just streaming. This kind of thing happens to me, and there's a lot of different reasons that can happen to it that build up, like lack of sleep, bad sleep, not eating well, not getting enough exercise in. I'm going fucking crazy on your screen right now, but that's fine. There's lots of different things that can happen there, and there's no general way of pinpointing it down. And you know what? You just got to recognize when that happens to take the day off. You don't really want to force that.
Yeah, it's a thing where I know some people kind of put themselves in the, like, they try to put themselves in the viewership's eyes, and they try to give like a consistent performance, but the part of me doesn't mind sharing kind of some of my emotions like that, just so like my chat can understand, like, yeah, I'm kind of like going through some stuff today, and I want you guys to know it.
Yeah, I think it's important, however, though, sorry to cut you off again. It's like when you do these kinds of things, you need to know that you can be honest with your chat, but sometimes it's better to like leave it on a side account, because if you say it directly on stream, it might come off as too negative, and maybe that'll affect the chat. So it's unfortunate, and I know chat doesn't care, but if it even if it indirectly like influences somebody's mind, you generally got to stay away from it.
I give up on sponsorships. I have no idea how to fill out a bank invoice, and so annoying. So yeah, this is an interesting thing. A lot more VTubers are juggling now sponsorships, who to sign up with, how to keep it. We can say like our inbox is just filled with all kinds of play this, sponsor this, and I'm kind of weirdly overwhelmed, and I don't know the next step in some of these cases. Right? It almost feels like someone should just tell me what to do in some of these cases. Now you've been through the rounds on some of these, but it looks like, you know, do you think you're going to like reset your way to approach these? Do you have any that you want to kick off?
Well, I figured out how to do a bank invoice, which helped me out a lot. They're a lot simpler than I thought. Oh my God, whoops. They're a lot simpler than I thought. Not as bad as it was. It's just you couldn't figure out how to do it. You needed like a template. Sponsorships are really hit or miss. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Some of them can make good money, but also like a lot of them are bad. I took one for the game Dolmen. Dolmen, the game was okay. It was fine. There was a lot of fucking problems with it, but it was okay. And the payout took so long. But also a lot of sponsorships are really annoying, because it's like they ask for very weird things, and they don't pay attention to what kind of content creator you are. So generally a lot of sponsorships are just like, well, here's a free game key, will you play it? We don't want to pay you, but here's a free game key. Or the ones that do want to pay you, they're doing it in a way just to get their name out there. They don't care what kind of content you do, but they have very specific guidelines for you that don't fit with your stream. So a lot of the sponsorships you get, you'll never do, just because of how much of a pain in the ass they are.
Let's see here. Standing desk. We got your standing desk. We have that. Okay. This is probably one I need to hear too. This might be something people disagree with hard, but drama nowadays feels like a person can slip up once, then everyone immediately tries to delete their existence, which seems more toxic than you would think at first glance. I myself made a ton of mistakes when I was younger, and this is you know, something that I think my main audience understands, and I, you know, probably we need to reiterate to our more casual audience and things like that. But we're kind of more from a kind of an informational standpoint. We try not to bias or go on one hand or that other, but the aspect that we see here is a lot of VTubers are young guys. Like they're even in their when you're still in your early 20s, even mid 20s and things like that, like you're still learning a lot about life and what that means and what you're going to be doing and things like that, and like throwing out everything and everyone that slights what you're seeing is just not going to be our approach. I don't know. Were you were you seeing some instances like that time and time again, or was there just something that you've maybe personally even experienced with that?
Well, not me personally, because all the mistakes I made were before canceling was kind of a thing, or like I guess holding people to responsibility. So I did responsibility on my own. I didn't like have a group of people tell me to take responsibility. I had to grow up and learn it myself. This was for mainly other people, because I felt like a lot of the times I saw someone doing something in a VTuber community, it was something small. It was still a bad thing. Don't get me wrong. And I generally agree with canceling people that that need to take responsibility for their actions, and they won't. But that's mainly with people like really big Hollywood people, or actual people in America that are in positions like a lot of Hollywood people that are gross predators most of the time. When I think of canceling just on the internet, it's mainly with people who it's like pedophilia a lot of the time for VTubers, unfortunately. That's something that needs to be canceled. And the things that I'm seeing nowadays are like, oh, they were rude to someone, and it's like, yeah, hold them responsible, be like, that's not fucking cool. But you don't need to delete them. They're not going to learn from it. And if I can use an example of Sadoi made a mistake, a very bad one, in treating somebody very badly. And it was very rude and it was very uncalled for. But people were trying to delete everything she did. And you could even go back. I was one of the people under the tweets that was like, this is really uncool. And this was before I knew Sadoi. I got to know her afterwards, and I was like, okay, she's like kind of childish. She's not going to learn from mistakes from you guys all drama piling on her. I think people take it too far. I think cancel culture is correct, but I think people go way too far on it. They're going too much. It needs to be at the point where you're just you're showing it off and letting people know this person needs to take responsibility. But I think when it gets to the point of this person is a vile, terrible person, they need to be, they're doing it too extreme, and they're putting a minor mistake on the same level of somebody who actually is pedophilic. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think people needed to stop putting it on the same level, because mistakes are varying and you need to look at it individually.
It's also a strange thing because we're tweeting at each other, and this is just not the platform to do these kind of high level conversations like this, right? Where you want to give someone a chance and get better, but at the same time, tweets just feel like you're throwing things at people, right? It doesn't feel like you're having a conversation here. And it just leads,
I try to, but it's hard.
Yeah, it feels like you're always escalating, even if you're agreeing with people. It's so strange.
That's kind of my problem with a lot of stuff like this, because I feel like every time someone tries to make their own point, if they invalidate somebody else, your point immediately gets wrong. And it's the same thing with things that actually matter. I'm somebody who's, I guess, very rights forward. I don't know how to say it. It's for example, let's say somebody's talking about I don't know how to say this without getting political, because I generally try to stay away from this. I'm trying to figure out an example to say this with. I want people to be held responsible, but I don't want it to go too extreme. And it's the same with rights for stuff. Let's say somebody's explaining why they're getting, maybe they don't have as many rights as other people, or let's say they're kind of downplayed, or they're not on the same level as others. But as soon as they invalidate somebody else who's also having troubles, it makes them look worse, and I hate that, because it's not helping the point that they're trying to make. I don't know how to explain this without actually saying political things.
No,
so
that's fine.
Let's
that's
move
fine.
on.
We have one more deep one. VTuber appreciation posts are so bittersweet to me. It can make a lot of people, me sometimes included, feel very sad and left out if you don't get tagged. Even when you do get tagged, it just kind of feels like interaction bait by the main poster. And yeah, again, this is kind of a Twitter thing in some cases, right?
True.
This is kind of like a platform thing where it's like, oh yeah, this is not the validator. This is not the platform where you're gonna get that boost that same way.
It's because I saw new VTubers doing shit where they were like doing a bunch of different like tag a VTuber you like, tag a VTuber you think is sexy, tag a VTuber, and I was like, it was the same account too that was posting it. I don't remember who it was, but it was like one person. I was like, this kind of feels like interaction bait, and even if it isn't interaction bait, it's just like somebody's gonna feel bad about this. Even appreciation needs to be done in a way that's like individual. So if you're gonna appreciate somebody, you don't group them with somebody else. You just give them specific appreciation for them. If you do a group of people as one appreciation, it kind of makes like other people feel left out, and it's I don't know, it's weird.
I feel actually we have a comment here. It's so clicky, and that was kind of my read into the VTuber scene community when I got it more into it in late 2020. It felt clicky. I feel like that's kind of broken apart now a little bit, and it's just like, yeah, people just have their own groups of friends and things like that. That's natural. But
I think it felt clicky because of people being awkward, right? Like socially awkward because they stuck on one or two friends because they didn't know how to talk to other people. That's why it was clicky.
So we have our final tweet. We love this one here. People overthink VTubing so much. Like y'all, we are anime characters on the internet. So
that's what it boils down to.
At the end of the day, for all the cool discussion we had here, and thank you so much, Jowol, for going into this with us, because these are things that people are thinking and maybe not saying or need to say. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's not crazy serious here in the grand scheme of things. We're just here to have fun being VTubers, and thank you so much for having fun with us tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and you know, I feel like everyone needs to generally overthinking, and like everyone should probably cut down on that, because I know everyone overthinks nowadays, especially with the internet being so prominent in a lot of people growing up. I think overthinking can lead to a lot of different problems, and it's probably why so many different things have happened nowadays. Just take it easy, man. Enjoy yourselves. Overthink sometimes. I'm not telling you not to be ignorant, but like try to balance it out. You need moderation for these kinds of things.
So that does us for today, folks. Thank you so much for checking in for another Things VTubers Say. Again, we'll be back tomorrow on Twitch for another episode. But Jowol, anything coming up this week or coming up that you have planned?
Yeah, this week I got a bunch of different things. I'm going to be playing more Seikiro on Monday. And well, Saturday I actually have a lovely date night with my friend Juniper again. I'm really excited for that. And I think next week I'm having another voice acting thing where I gather two different voice actors, Sayu and Monarch, professional anime voice actors, and I have them read a fan fiction I wrote when I was 16, so that'll be fun. That's about it, though. I don't really have anything else. I have a Bilibili DB coming up, and then I have some more stuff coming up that hasn't been released yet. Thank you so much for having me on. It was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. All right, folks, we're going to take off. I hope you have a great day again. Link down below for Jowol's Twitter with all kinds of other links to it. Thanks for liking the stream. This VOD will be out there for as long as Jowol will let us keep it up. But thank you. And have a good day, everybody. Later.
Yeah.